And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please direct your attention.
Tonight from the Allen Event Center, it's the Dallas Sidekicks and the Mesquite Outlaws in the fourth and final North Texas Derby. I'm Pete Steinlaw with Matt Thornton. Glad you could be with us tonight. The Sidekicks hoping to end a 10-game skid tonight. They come in with a 2-17 record. Both wins have come here at the Allen Event Center where they're 2-8. They're coming off a tough 6-4 loss to San Diego, taking on the Sidekicks, who have won the first three meetings in this series. That accounts for half of the Outlaw victories. They're 2-6 on the road, 6-12 overall, 6-8 against divisional opponents, and have won two of their last three games. Mesquite scored 7 goals in all three victories over the Sidekicks, who are averaging less than 3 goals per game in this derby. And the rivalry is renewed tonight here at the Allen Event Center. What should we expect from this match?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun match, Pete. I really do. Dallas Sidekicks, they're playing for pride right now. They've lost 3 to the crosstown rivals, as you talked about. For Mesquite, they're still in this playoff mix. You know, they're 6-12, as you said. They've got 3 games here, 3 games that are away from Sonora. And, if they can pull off a few wins, they might be able to sneak up into that 4th spot. I look to see a lot of fireworks. I think this is going to be a fun night.
The Outlaws have Monterey coming into their place tomorrow night, so they'd love to get a weekend sweep. It would begin with a victory here over Dallas. These two teams met 3 times in just over a month at the start of the season. They first played at Mesquite, and the Outlaws won that first meeting 7-5. Just less than a month later, they met here at the Allen Event Center on Boxing Day, and the Outlaws prevailed 7-2, and then handled Dallas again rather easily January 3rd in Mesquite. The Outlaws won that match 7-1. This is a Dallas team that has been improving over recent games, and they've played some of the best teams in the league close.
Oh, the boys just keep playing the rookies that have been playing. This is their first year. They keep, if you take a look at from the beginning of the season now, we keep shrinking. The stats keep getting closer. The games keep getting closer against San Diego, against Utica. Again, just see the games getting closer, right? Still that killer instinct of not there, or that rookie mistakes. If you take a look, like on San Diego, the first 2 goals were just hand-me-downs, 30 seconds, and the other one that we never play a wall from the back. And then after that, we tightened up, and then, we got back into the game. We fought back in the game. But the idea is to not give up those 1-2 goals that every single game happen. And it happens because we're green. We're just too many rookies. Yeah.
So Simone Bozes forced to play a very young team for a couple of reasons. One is injury. The other is a lot of the veterans that he had on this team, they're now with the Outlaws.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's almost unfair if you think about it. A lot of these players for the last few seasons have played in Simone Bozes' system. And, now you've got Kleber Bismarck is out, Cameron Brown is out, Artur Evo is out. It's a mash unit right now for the Sidekicks, playing tons of rookies and getting a lot of minutes.
But we've seen some of these players, the young players, play well. Nobody more than Lipe. He right now is leading the team with 20 points. He's got 13 goals and 7 assists in his 17 appearances. And only Freddie Mugin has scored more goals for the Sidekicks, and Lipe's got a lethal right foot.
Boy, he is. He is a midfielder rookie sensation. And, man, the Brazilian has really just become more and more mature as the team goes on, just leaps and bounds. As you mentioned, he leads the team with the points. And, man, the chemistry he's developed with Freddie Mugin has just been spectacular. Also, Lipe's defense has been great. At the beginning of the season, you saw him go out there, not go back, not track back, Pete, and he's made some great defensive plays too.
Yeah, no doubt, and this is a Mesquite team. We mentioned the veterans that played for the Sidekicks. That would include Jamie Lovegrove, Vic Moraligwe, and Anthony Powell. Oh, by the way, those 3 guys lead the Outlaws in points.
Exactly, and points, and then you go on the back end, Cody Ellis, Mike Jones, who lead the league in blocks. It's just, it's really a lot of those players, frankly, they grew up around the Sidekicks, and great veteran men.
Neither one of these teams have been lighting up the scoreboard in the MASL. Dallas is averaging just over 4 goals a game. and Mesquite just a shade under 5 goals per game.
Yeah, so I don't see this as a high-scoring affair, but 7 points, 7 goals. That's what Sidekicks need to focus. Do not allow Mesquite to score 7 goals, and I think they have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they've definitely hit the lottery. 7-7-7 in the first 3 meetings, and that's equal victory for the Outlaws. Jamie Lovegrove gets this 4th and final meeting of the season underway as the Outlaws wear white. Ellis is the target man for Jones, plays it off the inboards. It's batted away by Gamboa. Aligwe is not able to finish, and Dallas is able to clear it out of their own end. Out to Freddie Mugin, who's marked by Jones.
Great defensive play by Jonathan Segura. I think he just saved a goal there because Juan Gamboa was out of position on Vicmore Aligwe and just tapped it out. Great job by Piedra, Gustavo Piedra.
Segura pushes it across halfway and gets it to Piedra. Back to Segura in front of the Outlaw bench. And now switch to the left side. And this is Lipe. Lipe plays it to the top of the arc from midfield, and it gets turned away, but it gets only as far as Segura.
And that's number 46 defender Kristen Dejas, who's only played in 4 games this season. So, again, another guy sliding in with Kleber Bismarck, the defender, out. You got to get another guy up, and that's Kristen Dejas.
The veteran Ricardinho has come onto the floor for the first time tonight for the Sidekicks. D'Souza has his first touch. Back to Lipe, who gets pushed down by Jones, and the foul is called.
And you think Mike Jones has watched Lipe de Andrade play. He knows
Mesquite
don't give him any space because he's going to use that
Mike
magical
Jones,
foot of his
first of the
to
game.
move around you. And Mike Jones says, hey, welcome to the league there, rookie.
Kyle Trimble is our senior referee. Daniel Radford is the referee. The assistant referee is Kyle Bourne. And Trent McCauley is the 4th official. Christian Quintana. 2 players that we've really seen mature. Oteze marking Quintana here, and both of those guys have been coming on strong this year.
They have indeed. J.J. Oteze, he's become a midfielder. He started out as a defender, and I think his play just had to move him up, Tattoo did. And then, yeah, Christian Quintana, probably one of the better two-way players, frankly, on the Dallas Sidekicks team.
Sidekicks enjoying some early possession. We've played nearly 2 minutes. The Outlaws had a chance early. The best chance of the game so far. But Dallas has dominated possession since. And here's a nice outlet to Piedra, streaking up the right side. And Pollo Cortez makes his first save of the game. Diving to his right, Cortez comes in 6-12 with a 5.36 goals against average, stopping 69% of the shots he faces.
Beautiful stop by Pollo there. Nice job. Diving, perfect timed. And great shot, too, by Piedra. He's really come on strong this season, too.
Quintana with a shot and a goal from distance to put the Sidekicks on top. 1-0 with 12:32 to play in the first.
Man, Christian Quintana, what a shot. That's his 4th goal this season. And, man, I mean, that thing just blew off his foot. We were just talking about what a really good two-way player he's become. Look how far out he is. And you know what? Victor Almendarez got a piece of that. He got the redirect. So Victor Almendarez is going to get credit for that goal. But he needs to go buy Christian Quintana a steak dinner.
Almendarez!
Nice to see smiles on the faces of the Sidekicks as they try to end a 10-game losing streak. They score first and take a 1-0 lead over the Outlaws. And 1 goal is all they managed on January 3rd in the last meeting between these two teams when they gave up 6 straight goals.
Oh man, it was ugly. One of the ugliest wins. Even the 7-0 shutout against Tropics wasn't as ugly as that game.
And the Sidekicks have possession again.
That was Almendarez's 6th goal for 8 points on the season now.
The Outlaws haven't seen much of the ball here in the opening 3 minutes and have fallen behind. Jamie Lovegrove wins possession for Mesquite. Jones has time and space, gets it to De Leon. He moves across the attacking line, slices one into the area. Lipe blocks it, works with Mugin to clear it out, but only gets as far as halfway. Tapia is there for the Outlaws. Both teams making changes. Ellis looks for a target. Aligwe's come off the bench and jogs his way toward the corner as the ball is sent to Jones, to Oteze.
And a nice defensive play by Lipe. You got to say it. He blocked that, got it out of danger. Beautiful job tracking back. You know, he's really, his game just continues to elevate.
Gamboa snares this one out of the air. He comes in with a 2-11 record, a 6.84 goals against average, saving just over 63% of the shots he faces. And he's a better goaltender than those numbers would indicate.
Way better.
There's so many times he has made spectacular saves to keep the Sidekicks in games. There's another shot from D'Souza from the wall. Puts it on frame, but Cortez makes the catch.
Love that from D'Souza, playing back to goal, spin shot. That's something we don't see a lot of from him. He's got to develop his game, but he seems to be playing more and more comfortable back to goal as the season has progressed.
Right now he's marking Cardenas, who gets it from Cortez. De Leon races onto the carpet and receives it from Cortez near halfway. Play back to Cardenas. Long ball to Vicmore Aligwe. Trying to settle it off the wall, not able to control it. Now double teamed in the corner. Piedra is there for Dallas. And not surprisingly, Vicmore Aligwe is called for a foul.
Not surprisingly, because his 34 fouls is fourth in the MASL. he dishes it out a lot. But you saw there quickly the Sidekicks converge defensively on Aligwe. That's the way to play him. Double, triple team. Don't give him space.
Gamboa sends it ahead for Lipe. He can't catch up to it. Now a battle for possession and a foul gives Mesquite a free kick off their own line.
Foul called
number
Victor
89. Almendarez. I think he gave a shot there to Rio Ramirez as he was running by him.
Looked like the official was saying you got him around the neck.
Yeah. Lucky it's not a card if it was.
De Leon sends it up the left wing boards. It's received by Powell, one of the former Sidekicks. Plays it to the middle for Ellis. Marked by Almendarez. Play to the left side for De Leon. And marking him is Chris Sendejas.
Sendejas, a former SMU Mustang, played with TJ Nelson. So the two of those guys know each other extremely well. Pony up, Chris Sendejas.
Less than 9.5 minutes to play in the first. Pollo distributes to the corner, finds Lovegrove. Lovegrove being jostled around, gets it back to Rio. That was Sendejas back there defensively marking Lovegrove. Powell receives it at the top of the arc, defended by Segura, plays it off the wall to Oteze, to Ellis. Oteze to Lovegrove. Lovegrove gets tripped up, and a free kick for Mesquite.
Yeah, and we may see Lovegrove on a minutes count here a little bit, Pete. He's still kind of nursing an injury.
Trying to get this one into Powell, who can't trap it. But there's a shot from Oteze moving up the left wing. Gamboa makes the save. Ellis' shot is high. The rebound comes to Lovegrove. He can't catch it cleanly, and it pinballs around back to Gamboa.
Boy, just a scary couple moments there. Outlaws getting some nice offensive pressure on the Sidekicks, but Juan Gamboa there to clean it all up.
Ricardinho into the corner, finds Freddie Mugin. Into the area, Ricardinho is making the run up the middle. It's deflected away to Lipe. And that rolls into the area weakly, gets scooped up by Cortez. He distributes to the chest of Valadez. Turned over, Mugin strikes off the end glass. Cardenas able to clear it. It only gets as far as Ricardinho, who sends it into the area. And then bending down to pick it up off the ground is Cortez. He rolls it out to De Leon. One touch pass to Tapia. Skips past him off the wall. And then is able to play it over the glass, but I think it was deflected off Quintana.
Yeah, and he's fortunate there. Man, that was a high boot to me. I think Tapia got his boot a little high. I might have even grazed Quintana's head.
Official.
So there's a timeout. With 7:49 to play in the first quarter, the Sidekicks with a 1-0 lead over the Mesquite Outlaws.
The Dallas Sidekicks would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is amongst the world's oldest sporting goods brand, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL 2. The MASL and Miters share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Miters Astro Division Ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. Miters Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. Thank you, Miter.
You're watching the Dallas Sidekicks on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.tv, and you can always get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena
Fans
on
at Dallas
Twitter.
Sidekicks invite you to visit the
to play the
merchandise
first
table
quarter at the
located
Allen
on
Event
the
Center.
concourse,
And
where you
it's
can
the Dallas
purchase all the new
Sidekicks
Sidekicks
leading the
merchandise,
Mesquite Outlaws
including
1-0
authentic
in
jerseys.
the fourth and
It's
final
your
edition
Sidekicks
of this
one-stop shop
DFW
for the
Derby.
true Sidekicks
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch as this thing goes along because Outlaws, they desperately want the sweep, and the Sidekicks desperately want to prevent the sweep, get that monkey off their back a little bit. And man, the way the Sidekicks have been playing, to me, they've been the better team of the two, in my humble opinion, the last few games, even though the Outlaws have that last win.
Yeah, the Outlaws have won 2 of their last 3. The Sidekicks trying to end a 10-game slide here tonight. Gamboa sends it up the right side to D'Souza. D'Souza double-teamed along the wall, able to get it back to Quintana, who switches it to the left side. Piedra sends it inside the attack line, and D'Souza fires. That's kicked away by Pollo. Held in the attacking third. Gets deflected over to De Leon, and then a foul called as Lee gets tangled up.
Yeah, Ray Aguayo got him. That was easy. But that's a second play. Felipe D'Souza back to goal, turns, shoots. Is this a pattern? Are we going to start seeing a little better back-to-goal target play from Felipe?
Defense.
Both teams coming off games against San Diego last week. The Outlaws won 5-3 at home, and Dallas played a great game but fell 6-4 to the Sockers. They came back from a 2-0 deficit in that game. They've got the lead tonight, up 1-0 with just over 6.5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
And one thing the Outlaws have struggled, you mentioned at the top of the game, was to score goals. They're just not scoring goals, and it's surprising because Anthony Powell, Vicmore Leagueway, Jamie Lovegrove, guys that just never have even struggled at all to score. They're just not getting the goals this season for whatever reason.
And they're not doing very well on the power play, where they're just 4 of 29.
Great point. That's exactly right.
They've been outshot here in the first quarter, 4-3. Almendares, assisted by Quintana, giving Dallas the lead with an even-strength goal just about 2.5 minutes into the contest. 6 minutes remaining now in the first quarter. The Outlaws getting more of the possession now, and Oteze controls on the Mesquite side of halfway. Lovegrove sends it up the left channel to Vicmore Aligwe in the corner. Aligwe stands on it, turns, and shoots it over the corner glass.
I'm reacting to literally ball nailed a brand new big tub of popcorn. That poor guy. You got to have it on a swivel, Pete. It's a fast game, and that ball's coming at you quick.
Well, Robert Trammell warns the spectators every night, watch out for flying soccer balls.
Poor guy. He's just... that was like a fireworks display, man. That thing just went crazy.
Oh, Gamboa with sloppy distribution here sends one out of play and will give the Outlaws a chance for a restart from the top of the penalty arc.
So that was a lethal play when the Outlaws were playing the San Diego Sockers with Craig Childs down there. Let's see if the Outlaws can dish out some top of the arc sensationalism on their own.
Bradley Valadez sets the ball up, sends Cardonius left and Lovegrove right, fires on frame, batted up in the air by Gamboa, out of play behind him.
Great job, Juan Gamboa, and you wonder, Anthony Powell was literally standing right there, and I think Juan shooed him away. I'm not even joking. He said, go stand out there, and Anthony Powell did. Kind of a veteran savvy play there. I'm sure that's not what he said, but it looked like he did.
Cardenius from the corner spot sets up Jones for a one-timer, comes right back to him after it was blocked by Piedra. Now to the right wing side for De Leon, and he scores.
Yeah, great goal by George DeLeon, the rookie. That's his 12th goal of the season. And, man, what a laser that was from a really, really tough angle to the left side of Juan Gamboa. Man, that thing was coming at him hot. And Mitchell Cardenas was there. I don't believe he got any piece of
Mesquite
that ball.
Outlaws goal,
but look at
scored
here,
by number 12,
just
George DeLeon.
laser. Man, that thing that was
assist
slow mo,
32,
and you barely
Jamie
saw the
Lovegrove.
ball on slow mo, Pete.
We're tied 1-1 with 5:22 to play in the first. DeLeon getting the equalizer for the Outlaws.
Really an impressive rookie this season, George DeLeon. Just done a great job.
Scored the first goal in Outlaws history.
That's right. That's for all the trivia buffs out there.
And that came at the expense of the Dallas Sidekicks.
I like the Oregon State kit that our friend Juan Gamboa is wearing tonight. I don't know. Is that the Beaver kit?
I thought he was dressed for Halloween. Here comes Vic Moore Leagueway. Oh, nearly gave the Outlaws the lead, and with the rebound, the shot goes wide right, no good for Tapia. DeLeon nearly deflected it in. Ricardinho trying to get it cleared for the Sidekicks. Leagueway gets dumped on the carpet in the corner.
Dallas foul called on number 79,
Ricardinho, the Capitan, is going to get that one. But, man, 3 shots just barely missing inches away, Pete. Man, the Outlaws have turned on the offense now.
Lovegrove on the set piece with the restart.
Defense.
Left foot off the inboards and then off the back of D'Souza to Ricardinho, who chips it forward toward halfway. Oteze of Mesquite is the first man there, and he gets it to Cortez.
Good job by Oteze getting back. Because, man, you had 2 Sidekicks rushing down the field on a no-man opportunity if they could collect that ball.
4:20 to play in the first. Lovegrove wearing the captain's armband, directing traffic. He's logging quite a few minutes here in the first quarter. This is off the chest of Cardenas.
Yeah, he
marked by Quintana.
Yeah, he looks good, Pete. Yeah, he doesn't look to be struggling. He told me, he kind of gave me the, I don't know, Matt, before the game, but he looks good down there.
Goes to the bench now as Rio comes on, along with Tapia. Oteze to Cardenas. With 3:43 to play in the first, we're tied 1-1. It's been a fun start tonight at the Allen Event Center.
Yeah, you love the close games. Always come down to the last few seconds, it seems.
Powell not able to trap it cleanly. And coming away with it for the Sidekicks is
Sendejas. Yeah.
And he sends it in, and that gets covered up by Pollo.
It's a good shot by Sendejas there. Nice little move. Tricky.
Rio can't trap it along the wall. Powell gets to it. Rio trying to win it back, but he gets fended off the ball as it's sent to Ricardinho. Back to Quintana. Oh, a bad turnover, but the Outlaws are not able to capitalize as the shot sails over the glass behind Juan Gamboa. Lee taking that shot for the Outlaws. We remain tied 1-1 with 2:53 to play.
And that's exactly the kind of mistakes head coach Simone Boza said they've got to stop doing. They can't do those things and get scored on. Fortunate it wasn't a goal for the Sidekicks, but we see 1-2 of those plays every game where you just scratch your head and they just kind of forget themselves.
Muja with his chest deflects it toward the benches, but it's Jones who's on it for the Outlaws. Ellis finds Valadez, marked by Aguayo, sent back to Jones. Segura keeping an eye on Jones, who plays it to Ellis, sent to the right side, and now all the way back to Cortez with less than 2.5 minutes to play in the first.
Good job by Christian Quintana anticipating that ball from Brendan Lee. Jonesy rocking the Rambo red headband tonight.
Ricardinho gets it over to Quintana. Gamboa lifts it toward halfway. Jones got a head on it. DeLeon runs up on it, able to get it back to Jones. after running into Quintana. Both teams making changes on the fly here. Ellis holds. 1:48 to play in the first. Ellis gives to Lovegrove, and he'll go to the bench as Cardenas comes back out for the Outlaws. Lovegrove to Vicmore Aligwe, marked by Segura. Now D'Souza picks up Aligwe. Cardenas looking for a target. Plays it square. Switch to Lovegrove. Up the left side to Aligwe in the corner. Draws a double team. Sendejas clears it. Able to get it to D'Souza. Ricardinho open all alone. Not able to find a target downfield. Plays it back to Gamboa, who lifts it up the right side. Just misses D'Souza.
1 minute remaining in the first
Cardenas
quarter.
playing it back toward
That
Rio.
means
Let it go all the way
it's
back to
time get up and make
Cortez.
some noise
Less than a minute
for
remaining now in the
new
first
vodka
quarter.
Magic minute.
Each team with a goal. Almendarez scoring for Dallas. De Leon scoring for Mesquite here in the opening period. And Aligwe looking to get his name in the scorebook. Controls on the right wing. Plays it back to Rio, to Cardenas. Otezi to his left at the attack line. Moves in to the corner. Played back to Cardenas. 30 seconds remaining. Back to Cortez. Clock winding down toward 20 seconds. Long ball sent in to Aligwe. Aligwe gets shielded off the ball by Segura, but Aligwe wins it off the inboards and off Gamboa. It lands at the feet of Sendejas. He gets it to Almendarez. He'll shoot from distance as time winds down. Pollo moving to his left, snares it. 4 seconds remaining in the period. Cardenas will send a long ball down wide of the frame as the horn sounds, ending the first period of play at the Allen Event Center.
Your Dallas Sidekicks
Victor
won.
Almendarez opened the scoring with an even strength goal for Dallas at 2:29 of the first period, assisted by Christian Quintana, who took a shot from distance. It was redirected into the net by Almendarez, and it was 7 minutes, 10 seconds later when Mesquite got the equalizer. Jorge De Leon going to the far side netting from the right wing.
And now, fans,
tied the game with an even strength goal, and that's where we stand in a 1-1 deadlock, headed to the second quarter here at the Allen Event Center. Mesquite out shooting Dallas in that first period, 6-5.
Yeah, and a fun first quarter. A lot of back and forth action. You could see at first Sidekicks really kind of playing their possession style, but then the Outlaws pouring it on here in the last few minutes of that first quarter, really getting some shots on goal, seeing guys taking shots, and you know, Juan Gamboa, he can only keep his team in this for so long. At some point, you've got to get guys like Vicmore Aligwe, you know, you've got to shut them down. George De Leon had a couple of nice opportunities as well. He's the rookie. You've got to keep an eye on him too. So I thought the Outlaws had a better second part of the first quarter, Pete.
6 fouls in that first period, 4 called against Dallas, 2 called against Mesquite, and the Sidekicks were credited with all 3 blocks during that first quarter.
Yeah, it's some good defensive play by Chris Sendejas. Very, very surprising. A guy we haven't seen at all this whole season. Really played very sparingly, only 4 games, and did a nice job there at the end on Vicmore Aligwe, not allowing him to turn. You know, and again, it's kind of amazing because you think about all the players that are out now for this team. TJ Nelson, defense, and still coming in, still rookie players, absolutely zero experience, coming in doing a nice job for head coach Simone Bozas.
A 1-1 tie here at the Allen Event Center as Dallas and Mesquite are playing for the 4th and final time this season. Pete Stein along with Matt Thornton.
Fans,
Glad you could be with us tonight on MASL TV. You're watching the Dallas Sidekicks.
And a huge thank you to all the Dallas Sidekicks dancer sponsors. Michael Lark Photography, Busybody Prep, Cheerleading.com, Palm Beach Tan, True Fusion, Canvas Hotel,
Sidekicks dancers
Sunday Maze,
entertaining here between
Thank you for
periods
your
at the
ongoing
Allen
service
Event
and support
Center.
this year.
They're out there
Your
boot
Dallas
scooting.
Sidekicks dancers are
Maybe
led
it was
by
a
director
Texas
Janae
two-step, Pete.
Grady.
I don't know.
Hope they didn't leave any sawdust out there on the pitch.
Well, the
Second period is underway here at the Allen Event Center in a 1-1 tie. Sidekicks wearing the familiar green kit, and the Outlaws wearing all white on the road. This is the first of two this weekend for the Outlaws. They'll face first place Monterey tomorrow night. Cortez makes a diving save here in the opening minute of the second quarter to keep this a 1-1 deadlock.
Fantastic save by Pollo Cortez because Freddie Mugin was right there on that post waiting to knock that ball in. Beautiful job by the rookie goalkeeper.
Aguayo wins the ball at halfway, taking it away from De Leon. Jones with the deflection goes straight up, and going for the bicycle kick was Mugin, and he fell off his bike.
Not the prettiest bicycle kick you've ever seen. I think he mistimed it completely. Went with his off foot as well, his left foot.
Lipe with the back heel to Ricardinho.
It can't all be beautiful, Pete, you know?
Worth a try, though.
Worth a shot.
This is Mugin in the corner trying to get it away from Jones. Jones turns it over to the Sidekicks. Ricardinho sends it to Lipe. Marked by De Leon. He's got his hands full trying to keep up with Lipe.
Yeah. Good test, couple of rookies.
Lipe into the area for Mugin. Lays it off for Lipe, and there's a goal! And the Sidekicks have reclaimed the lead.
Absolutely incredible play by Lipe de Andrade. Hits his man in the middle. Freddie Mugin, that beautiful chemistry they've developed. Freddie one time off to the right side. Lipe, boom, back of the net. Man, you gotta just love these two guys.
Simone Moses really likes the chemistry that these two players have developed.
No, so we talked about the beginning of the season. You know, we identified out of, I think, 400, I don't know what it was in Brazil, 3 to 4 guys. And Lipe was number one. And we right away we picked them, and thank God the visa actually worked on that one, and it worked itself out. And when we had the opportunity to pick up a veteran target like Freddie, and we told him what we're trying to accomplish over this project the next 3 to 5 years, and he's got 2-3 years left in him. He said, I want to finish it out in Dallas, and so it kind of worked itself out, and they live together. So there's that chemistry, and then at practice too, you can just see it, and it's a very clear communication. And of course, being from the same country helps and whatnot. But Freddie's kind of took him under the wing and showed him a little bit about what to do, what not to do. And even him, being that he came from futsal, as we talked about, he has developed much faster than the outdoor players that I have that are, not because they're American or Brazilian or whatever nationality. It's just because they've been playing that game. And you can see it, Lipe last game. I mean, not just because he was man of the match and he scored the goals. I don't give it because of scoring the goals. I don't think that that's a reason to be man of the match only. But you could just see even defensively coming back, he's learning the game, but it's easier for him because he came out of futsal versus an 11v11 guy, which we've been talking about.
The chemistry pays off as the Sidekicks take a lead for the second time tonight. It's 2-1, Dallas over Mesquite.
Yeah, and we got to give really a lot of credit to soccer operations, director of soccer operations, Jesse Llamas, also found Lipe de Andrade. So Jesse Llamas, man, tip of the cap to you, my friend.
Former Sidekicks goalkeeper, backed up Sagu for several years. Lee not able to catch up to this one for the Outlaws. Mesquite trying to keep it in the attacking third. They get it out to Cardenas as we go into the 12-minute mark here in the second quarter. Lipe assisted by Mugin at 1:41 of the second, putting Dallas on top. Now D'Souza battling in the corner. He goes down, but is called for the Rio is called for the foul, and the Sidekicks will get a restart out of their own end.
Yeah, it's a good call there.
Ricardinho runs up on it. Almendares was the original target. Ricardinho retreats back toward halfway.
Lipe's 14th goal of the season. 21st point.
This is Aguayo weaving his way inside the Mesquite line and then sends it back. Lipe on it, marked by De Leon. Cuts right, sends it to Ricardinho.
The other thing about Lipe is stronger on the ball. You saw early in the season, he was just getting knocked off the ball constantly. And you see there, he drew the foul, though. Good job. So he's, he would have just gotten knocked on his butt, but he's done a great job of really being strong on the ball of late, Pete.
Dallas with the first 5 shots of the second quarter, now out shooting Mesquite 10-6 and leading 2-1.
Finish shoot to the Mesquite Outlaws.
Dallas is seeing a lot more of the ball. I would say possession times around 65.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. Definitely winning that unmarked stat.
Which is important to Simone Bozes.
Yeah.
Gamboa looking for a target. Hernandez is calling for it. Doesn't come to him yet. Aligüe's down there marking Hernandez. Now Hernandez gets it in the center circle. Almendares is now the target man inside the attack line. Turned over to Oteze. Lee with a one-touch pass back to Cardenas.
Cardenas, another man. He's got in the 30 blocks, 4th in the MASL. Man, the Outlaws, they got 3 guys with 24 or more blocks. Unbelievable.
I think you could make the case that Cardenas may be the Outlaws MVP.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't think that's a bad call at all.
Statistically, it might be tough to win that case, but if you watch the games, you see how important Cardenas is.
Absolutely. He's their trigger man on free kicks. He's just kind of the key guy in the power plays. And there is a sweep of the leg by Jonathan Segura. That's an easy call for the referee. Fortunate, frankly, he didn't get a card.
Here's Lovegrove with the approach, lays it over to Ellis. Ellis traps it and fires, but that's high and wide. The rebound comes out to Lovegrove. Back in the direction of Ellis, tried to field it off the wall, unable to catch it cleanly, but Valadez has it, and he gets it back to De Leon as the Outlaws reset with 9:45 to play in the second, trailing 2-1. Cortez with a ball to the corner, knocked down by Valadez. Lays it back to Jones. Jones with pressure from behind. Turns it over, tripping up Almendares. Jones is called for the foul.
Yeah, Victor Almendares coming back to get the ball. Mike Jones got his pocket picked and didn't like it.
I like Pickett pocked.
Pickett pocked. Say that 4 times fast.
9.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. There's a real battle along the boards, and Aligüe is going to be called for the foul. He roughed up Aguayo to win possession and got caught.
That's a good battle to watch. Those big bodies, Aguayo on Aligüe, both just not afraid to mix it up.
Jones wins the ball in his own line, got tripped up, and there's the whistle.
Yeah, I think that's an easy call there. It was, I believe, Dario Hoya on the call, number 27. And, you know, that ball was gone, and Mike Jones was kicking it, and he just reached out and tripped him and brought him down. You can see there just the easy left foot.
Lovegrove will restart play just beyond his own line. Plays it back to the keeper, Cortez. Pushes it forward, plays it square to Lovegrove. Diagonal ball to Aligüe. Moves around the corner boards. It gets scooped up by Gamboa.
Good job by Josh Hernandez shielding Aligüe off, not allowing him to get into the ball. Juan Gamboa easily picks it up.
.8:45 to play in the second. Lovegrove pressuring Gamboa, who gets it to Piedra. Piedra moves forward to halfway. Played right. Lipe moves in, off the end boards to the chest of Aligüe. Knocks it down for Lee, and a foul call.
Yeah, they got a card there, and that's because there was
Rio,
contact. Yeah, sorry, Pete. Rio contact to the head, I believe, as he was running by. I don't think it was as egregious as what Rio is putting on right now. You can see him run by, and just, I don't even know that he got him in the face. I'm going to be honest. I think he got him in the chest. It was certainly high, but I'm gonna place money that Rio is just fine here. Not to make light of the injury by any stretch of the imagination, but in the replay to me, Pete, I didn't even see a contact above the head.
Well, the good news is it's a power play for Mesquite. The bad news is it's a power play for Mesquite. They're 4 for 29 with a man advantage, converting less than 14% of the time.
Man.
The Sidekicks have killed 20 of 34 penalties this year, so they're killing penalties at about a 59% clip.
Yeah, doing pretty well. And both teams, Dallas has a 7.9 penalty minute average with Mesquite at a 6.4. So might not be surprised to see more cards pulled in this game.
Cardenas with the man advantage moves up freely up the middle, has Lovegrove to his left.
Defense.
Ellis back to Cardenas. De Leon on the right wing boards, tees it up, fires, and that's blocked by Ricardinho, out of play. It'll be a corner restart for Mesquite with 8:04 to play in the second. Playing with a man advantage, the Outlaws look for an equalizer, trailing 2-1. Still a minute 37 remaining on the power play. Cardenas plays it to the top of the arc. Ellis fires, had it on frame, but it's parried away by Juan Gamboa.
What a save by Juan Gamboa. Man, that was absolutely amazing. Cody Ellis has a cannon shot, and Gamboa flying to his right. Two hands, blockers it up, out of bounds. What an incredible stop.
Gamboa preserves a 1-goal lead for the Sidekicks. But another corner restart, this time from the left side, with 1:35 left on the power play. Back to Lovegrove, blocked, and the Sidekicks have possession and a chance to score shorthanded, maybe.
Good slide by Christian Quintana, getting that ball out from underneath Valadez, who was going to load up and shoot.
Cardenas across halfway with a minute 15 left on the power play. Comes to De Leon in the corner. He gets tangled up with Ricardinho as the ball goes out of play. This will be goalkeeper distribution for Gamboa and the Sidekicks. Trying to kill off another 107 of the Mesquite power play. Quintana juggling it, poked away by De Leon to the far boards. Cortez gets there.
And Quintana not happy. He thought Jorge De Leon got him on that slide tackle, but no foul at all.
Lovegrove to the corner. Valadez sends one across the face of goal.
And the turf, for Jamie Lovegrove, just totally slid up under his foot.
The turf is not good on this end in either corner. Lovegrove up in the air. Lands at the feet of De Leon, switches it back to Lovegrove, lines it up with the left foot, and that goes off Valadez.
And they call. There's a foul. He's pointing. Is it handball? Is that what they call, Pete? Yeah. Valadez is one of those aerial guys who had an incredible bicycle kick earlier this season in Mesquite. But he's so tall. He's very surprising that he does so well in the air. But I think that hit his hand.
Only 11 seconds remain on this power play for the Outlaws. They play it long to Tapia off the inboards, headed away by Ricardinho. Valadez back to Cardenas. His time runs out on the power play. We're even strength as Segura is out of the box and back on the pitch for Dallas. It's 5-on-5 once again. Ellis juggling it in the corner. Segura is there to defend along with Ricardinho. It rims around into the hands of Juan Gamboa.
Yeah, that's a good timeout there. I think that's a great timeout. Get his players reset at the end of that long shift there, that power play, but a nice kill by the Dallas Sidekicks.
Dallas still out shooting Mesquite in the quarter, 10-7, and successfully kill off the penalty. So Mesquite is now 4 for 30 on the power play this season, and Dallas has killed off 21 of 35 power plays.
I don't get it, Pete. I don't, because you got Jamie Lovegrove, who's been so great on power plays throughout his career. Mitchell Cardenas, like you said, I agree, probably one of the MVPs for the Outlaws this season. And, man, you just scratch your head. Why aren't they getting more power play goals? Kind of surprising.
So Segura got the blue card, but the Sidekicks able to maintain a 2-1 lead with 6:10 to play in the second. And I think the game's been played at the Sidekicks' pace so far.
Yeah, I think so. I think they like to slow it down. They're going to try to possess it a lot. If you hadn't had that blue card for 2 minutes, Sidekicks, they really controlled a lot of the possession throughout for the first quarter and a half.
That was a nice penalty kill.
It was. It was really well done. And, I look at this Sidekicks team, Pete, and I see the seeds of greatness here. I really do. I think you've got a lot of young players that are just now learning the game. They're making rookie mistakes, on a regular basis, but you're seeing less and less of them. And you gotta be kind of excited if you're a Sidekicks fan. I get 10 wins or 10 losses is not fun.
10 straight losses.
Yeah, 10 straight losses exactly is not fun. But I like what I'm seeing from the core.
Sidekicks trying to avoid an 11th straight loss, which would tie the franchise record. A record that goes back to the mid-'80s.
Oh, man.
Gamboa with distribution, finds D'Souza, marked by Cardenas. That's played back to Lipe. Lipe will switch it.
RJ
Lovano making his first appearance tonight, his first appearance in a while.
Yeah, his shoulder was really ailing him earlier this season, and it's good to see him back out there.
Oteze.
RJ swears to me he's coming up towards the end of his career. And I say, I've been tricked in that before. Ricardinho did that to me last season, right? He said he was retiring.
He's done it more than once.
Yeah. I said, you got me, Capitan.
Jones off the end boards. Gamboa scoots it ahead to Segura, who finds D'Souza, turned over to Cardenas. Cardenas moving into the corner. Again, use the end boards, but this time grabbed by Gamboa, who distributes D'Souza, making the run up the left side. D'Souza gets to the corner, draws the double team. Jones pries it away and gets it out to Cardenas. Back to Oteze.
Nice distribution by Juan Gamboa, man. He saw D'Souza streaking down the left side. Unfortunately, D'Souza just allowed it to go to the corner and didn't get much of an opportunity.
Played up the middle to De Leon, right back to Cortez. Cortez sends one long, over the top toward De Leon, into the area. Aligwe not able to get on it, tripped up.
Ooh, man, I can't believe that wasn't a foul. They tripped Vicmore Aligwe, RJ did. Easy call there, man. The ball was long gone, Pete.
De Leon finds Lee on the right side. Ellis glances upfield. Armendariz in front of him. Played into space for Aligwe. In the corner, marked by Aguayo. Aligwe able to hold it. Off the wall to Lee. Swept back to Ellis. Square to Lovegrove. Marked by Ricardinho. Lovegrove getting it back from De Leon. Left to Rio. Off the wall, intercepted by Ricardinho.
Yeah, not a crisp pass from Jamie Lovegrove there. Just too high and up from Rio, and now it gets the Sidekicks possession again.
Quintana to Ricardinho on a give and go. Quintana running up the right side. Rio there defensively. Quintana plays it back. Then it's chipped into the corner from Mugen. Mugen marked by Ellis. Back to Ricardinho with 3:10 to play in the second. The Sidekicks leading 2-1. Sidekicks have never trailed in this game. Lipe approaches the attack line. Deflected away. Ricardinho will corral it in the referee crease.
Good job by George De Leon coming up and blocking that away. He said, "You're not going to beat me twice, Lipe."
Segura at halfway. Lovegrove pressures him. It's sent back to Gamboa. with 2:40 to play in the second. Ricardinho has it. Again, Lovegrove applying high pressure along with the league way. Gamboa back in his own end. Sends it toward halfway. And the ball bounces over the wall in front of the Sidekicks bench. Rio will get a restart.
That's a good thought by Juan Gamboa. Trying to hit Josh Hernandez streaking down the left.
Ellis to the feet of Valadez. At the Dallas line, back to Rio. Inside Mesquite territory for Ellis. To Valadez on the right side. Ellis will send this all the way back to Cortez as we approach the 2-minute mark. Long ball into the corner. Gamboa can't get it inside the area. And there's a Tapia shot that goes high and wide left. Oteze knocks that one to Cortez. 1:43 to play in the half.
Sidekicks fortunate there. A couple of good opportunities for the Outlaws. Couldn't put it away.
Cortez to the corner. Valadez fields it off the wall, marked by Segura. Unable to control it, turned over to Dallas. Sidekicks have it in their own end, and they'll turn it right back over at halfway. Ellis will take control. Back to Cortez as we hit the 1:10 mark here in the quarter. Jones gets it back to the keeper.
Cody Ellis not happy with George DeLeon. He wanted him to run up on the right side so he could hit him. Let him know about it as he was running off the field.
Tapia to the top of the arc. Powell not able to trap it. Foul call.
Yeah, that's Anthony Powell against Felipe De Souza. It's a good call.
Ricardinho with the restart. Less than a minute to play in the period. Over to Gamboa.
Mesquite foul call on number 11, Anthony Powell, his second of the game.
Lipe turns it over to De Leon. Cardenas looks upfield. De Souza defending. Cardenas directs traffic. Plays it to Powell. Right at the Dallas line. Nearly lost it. Chips it toward the corner. Knocked off to Souza, who chases it down along the wall. Comes into his own area and then just lifts it beyond halfway. Cortez chested down with 16 seconds to play. Plays it diagonally to Powell. Marked by Quintana. Back to Cardenas. And a foul called in the corner.
Dallas foul called on number 79,
Ricardinho gets called for the foul.
Capitan there. Anthony Powell always puts in a good shift. He's a good player in his second season in the MASL.
8.7 seconds remaining. Restart from the corner. As the Outlaws look to tie, they'll take a timeout first.
Ricardinho wanted a 4-second violation there. I think you could probably argue that he could have gotten it, but the Outlaws are going to get the timeout, or excuse me, the Outlaws.
So the timeout comes with 9 seconds on the second quarter, and Simone Bozes barking at the officials before talking to his team.
What a surprise. He was not at all excited with the officiating of the San Diego Sockers game last time we were here. He told me off the record, and not quite as the same words.
I don't think you know what off the record means, Matt.
Well, let me rephrase that. He told me, but it just in a different way. How shall we say that?
Dallas leading 2-1. I don't think there was any secret that he wasn't happy
right.
with. When he got the yellow card for dissent, that was a pretty good indication.
That's kind of what I was given. That's kind of where I was going with that. Thanks for bailing me out, Pete. It's pretty obvious.
For all the latest news and information, be sure to check
when he was turning beet red, yelling at the officials, I think we knew he wasn't happy.
Facebook and Instagram at Go Sidekicks Official and Twitter at Go Sidekicks.
Cardenas will get a restart. There's only 9 seconds left. The Outlaws need a goal to tie it here before halftime. Off the inboards, it's in front, but there's nobody there to pull the trigger. De Leon has it. He scored from this angle in the first quarter. Puts one in front with time running out. Gamboa covers it up, and the Sidekicks will go to the locker room leading 2-1, dodging a bullet here just before the horn.
Boy, I tell you what, that was dodging a bullet because Bradley Bala does. That ball bounced directly to his foot, and Juan Gamboa from the ground diving to his right pounced on the ball. End of the quarter. What an impressive play by Juan Gamboa.
Gamboa credited with 3 saves in the first half of action here at the Allen Event Center, preserving a 2-1 lead for the Sidekicks. On the other end, Eduardo Pollo Cortez with 6 saves for the Mesquite Outlaws, who trailed Dallas 2-1 here through the first half of play at the Allen Event Center. This is the first of a back-to-back for the Mesquite Outlaws. Dallas outshot Mesquite in the first half 10-8. Victor Almendarez scoring even strength, 2:29 into the first, assisted by Christian Quintana. George De Leon would tie the game at 9:39 with an unassisted even strength goal for Mesquite. The Sidekicks reclaimed the lead early in the second period when Lipe, assisted by Freddie Mugin, scored to make it 2-1. So that's where we stand here at the half at the Allen Event Center, as the Sidekicks look to end a 10-game losing streak and improve upon a 2-17 record. Mesquite comes in 6-12. They're 2-6 on the road. All 6 of their wins have come against divisional opponents, and they had won 2 out of 3 coming into the game tonight. Let's go around the league. Ricardo Carvalho scored the game-winning goal on the power play 27 seconds into overtime, and Florida pulled out an 8-7 victory after Zach Reggett scored with the 6th attacker to tie the game 7-7 with 2:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. Guillermo Dos Santos scored twice for the Florida Tropics in that game, and Lamar Nagel had 3 goals in the heartbreaking loss, I should say, for Tacoma, which fell to 7-10. And Tacoma is trailing Sonora for 4th in the West. Both teams have 10 losses, but the Stars have 2 games in hand. Tacoma gets a rematch with the Tropics at home on Sunday. Florida is leading the East right now with a 16-2 record. Utica right now second in the East with a 13-3 record, and they face Sonora Saturday. Utica will be looking to extend its winning streak to 8 games. Sonora is 6-2 at home. Utica 6-2 on the road this season. Sonora has lost their last 2 games against division leaders Monterey and Florida, falling to the Flash 6-4 and losing to the Tropics 8-6. The MASL announced that Ian Bennett of Milwaukee has been voted the Week 14 Sport Turf Player of the Week. Bennett is the 3rd wave player this season to earn the honor, after goalkeeper Rafa Diaz in Week 7 and Alex Bradley in Week 9. Milwaukee continues their push toward the playoffs with a pair of games against Midwest rivals Kansas City and St. Louis. On the road in Kansas City, Bennett scored his 11th career hat trick against the Comets and then followed it up Sunday at home with 6 more goals and an assist against the Ambush for a 10-point weekend. The Wave are now headed to sunny California for a pair of games this weekend, beginning with the San Diego Sockers on Saturday and then Sunday against Ontario. San Diego returning home to face Milwaukee following their 6-4 win over the Sidekicks, and the Sockers are 7-1 at Pechanga Arena in San Diego. The Wave are 6-1 on the road. They've got a 3-game winning streak. Milwaukee's 4-4 in 1-goal games this season. They defeated Mesquite at Panther Arena on New Year's Eve 6-3 in their only game against a Western Division opponent. Ontario visits Turlock. They play later tonight. Ontario's won the 3 previous meetings, including a 5-3 victory on Valentine's Day when Clayson de Lima made 10 saves, and Uzi Tayu and Nestor Hernandez each had a goal and an assist for the Fury, which has a 6-game winning streak. They're now 10-8, sitting third in the West, trailing San Diego by 2 games in the loss column with a game in hand. Frank Tayo is leading the Stars points race with 290 points. He has 8 first stars, 2 second stars, and 1 third star, and is leading Ian Bennett of Milwaukee by 40 points. Bennett has won 5 first stars and 5 second stars. Leo Gibson of Kansas City and Craig Childs of San Diego each have 200 points. Gibson, 4 first stars, 2 second stars, and 4 third stars. Childs with 5 first stars, 2 second stars, and 1 third star. Brian Aguilar of Monterey has 190 points with 5 first stars and 2 second stars. Anthony Powell of Mesquite has 90 points, 1 first star and 3 second stars. And Juan Gamboa of the Sidekicks has 60 points with 2 second stars and 2 third stars. So that's a look at what's happening around the league as we come down the stretch in the MASL. Some important games to be played. Dallas has been eliminated, taking on a Mesquite team who could still claw their way into the playoff picture, but they need a strong finish, and right now they're trailing the Sidekicks 2-1, outshot by Dallas 10-8 in the first half, and Matt Thornton is standing by with a special guest.
Yes, indeed, Pete. We always love your Around the Leagues. You do such a great job, my friend, of keeping us informed on what's going on and across the league, but right now, I've got a man that I love to interview. Every time I interview, I tell him, don't take my job, man, because he's so good up here. But we got the great Arthur Evo. Arthur Evo's in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Fun to always talk to you. All right, so let's talk a little bit about, a lot of the players, all the players, they have other jobs, right? You guys aren't making millions of dollars, unfortunately. Hey, listen, if it was up to me, I'd be giving you millions of dollars.
That would be awesome.
But you guys all have other jobs. What do you do when you're not chasing the ball around, scoring goals?
When I'm not chasing the ball, I'm chasing little kids.
There we go. All right.
I work at a private school in Arlington called the Oak Ridge School. It's actually my alma mater. That's where I went to school.
That's cool.
So they were smart enough to let me in once. I don't know if twice is the right decision.
Well, this time you're not paying them; they're paying you,
yes,
right?
Yes, they're paying me. Surprisingly, sometimes I wonder.
That's awesome. So, what do you teach? What subject?
I teach what we call music and movement, which is for our ECC, which is the Early Childhood Center. So
nice.
Preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten. And then I also do preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten Spanish.
Okay. Oh, great. Awesome.
Yeah, and then I have our 5th and 6th grade PE. And
okay, so you're a coach too.
So
well, I was going to say you
yes.
got to have some kind of athletic something, right?
And in the fall, I coach volleyball.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, volleyball, surprisingly, most people don't know because they only think about soccer in Brazil, but it's probably the second most popular sport in Brazil.
That's right. Yep. I'm a fan of the players of volleyball in Brazil. They're always amazingly tan and,
And then, obviously, in the winter is our soccer season, so
okay.
I'm in charge of the girls' soccer program.
Awesome.
And now in the spring, we switch over to tennis. That's what I'm in charge of.
Got it.
So,
okay.
Another very popular sport in Brazil.
That's awesome, man.
So I get to say that throughout the day I'll see everybody from 3 years old to 18 years old. So it's really, really fun.
That's amazing. So you're chasing around little kids. I mean, you're a braver man than me, man. My days of chasing little kids around are over.
When I first switched over to that role with the little kids, I think for the first 6 months I was probably sick every other week.
Oh, no. The germ factories.
The germs, they're little kids. It's really fun, but they love hugs. They love to touch you, and every day,
that's sweet.
They come up to me and say, "I love you, Coach Evo. You're my best friend." And I'm like, "Oh, man, this is so rewarding."
Yeah.
It's a really, really awesome feeling to see
great.
the smiles in those little kids.
I love it. That's great. Well, listen, if I was going to have a coach, man, you'd be the guy I'd want coaching me for sure. Shifting gears a little bit, Simone Boses' system, right? As we're watching his system, and it's been now, this is a few years, we're seeing other teams kind of pattern a little bit. So you obviously know this system. You've scored a lot of goals in this system. Talk a little bit about Simone's system.
So his system is, I played for other systems, and I've seen, against other teams that use a different system than us. this is the system I like.
Oh, okay.
Because it benefits the type of players that we have versus, me, Lipe, Ricardinho, guys that like to keep the ball, guys that are skillful, guys that have speed, but don't like to dump the ball.
That's interesting.
Don't
Okay.
like to chase.
Okay.
At times, we might get in trouble because of it.
Yep.
Inviting the pressure, but when we execute well, it's really, really great. And
it's a beautiful, free-flowing, kind of a Latin style, I think, is the
and that's it. That's why you see, all of our players. If you look at our roster and you start looking at hometown and all the stuff, you see that most of our players are Latin.
Yep.
And we have Cameron, who's not, but
and the token guy, right?
But if you see Cameron and you've played with Cameron, and I've played with Cameron for a long time, he plays like a Latin.
He's a Latin style player, right?
He's very passionate.
Yeah, yeah.
And he likes to play this way. He likes to keep the ball. He likes the ball on his foot so he can turn and do what he does, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is awesome. And you have, to me, this season, you've taken your play to a different level. And I know you're injured now, unfortunately, but man, I mean, you just look like a different player. You came in, and I said this. I was like, man, you lost pounds. You look incredible, athletically fit. And, I mean, you put it out on the field. I mean, you were just killing it this season.
Yeah, I said this year, this summer, I took a very hard look because, I turned 30. So when I turned 30, I was like, man, I got to, I'm the old man league now.
No.
But I've changed some things. I trained a little bit different in the off season, which helped a lot.
Yep.
I was able to lose weight but also gain a little bit of muscle.
Okay.
Which helped me with my speed.
What's your secret? Come on, everybody wants. I gotta know, man. You see me, I'm getting pudgy over here.
What I did was, when I had a few injuries. I had my Achilles a couple years ago that took me out for pretty much the entire year. And ever since then, I had to change things. I can't just run and pound because it just a lot of. It hurts, essentially, to overdo it.
Right.
So I started doing non-impact training.
Okay.
I started doing a lot of spinning.
Oh, interesting. Bike spinning. Like the stationary bike. All right.
So the
Peloton.
Peloton, yeah.
Okay.
So I invested in one of them. My wife really wanted one.
Okay.
So kind of gave me an excuse to do it, right? That's usually how it goes at home. So I got it, and I rode that thing pretty much every day in the summer.
Man.
Being at home, having the summers off.
Yeah.
Which is a really good thing for a teacher, which, I think the league should maybe think about switching to the summer.
Yeah.
It would be a lot easier for me.
It would be, yeah.
But, that the Peloton bike helped me a lot because I was able to do my cardio and do speed training and all those type of different rides that you have but without putting the pressure on my body.
That's awesome.
So when I came in for preseason, I was feeling fit but feeling fresh at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is a huge difference.
Right.
Compared to the previous years.
Fascinating.
So, and then, I was able to gain a lot of speed and gain the explosion I had when I was in college, for instance, having the ability, if I get isolated 1v1, I'm going to be able to take the guy on and having the confidence to take the guy on because I was fit enough to, hey, if I go forward, and I lose the ball and my guy sprints 4 yards, I don't have an issue chasing the guy back.
Exactly. Well, it's fascinating insights on Simone Moses' system, your workout routine. I'm going to tell you right now, you almost sold me to go buy a Peloton because I need to lose some weight desperately over here. Oh, man, listen, I didn't even pay the guy yet either. So, but Artur Evo, always a pleasure to have you on, my friend. Anybody want to give a shout-out to?
My wife, as always.
That's awesome,
My love and amazing. She's at home. She was gone all week.
Okay.
Which was a little stressful.
Okay, yeah, all right. You were holding the fort down.
I was holding the fort. me, my awesome daughter. So if you saw my Instagram post, we saw a lot of Frozen.
That's
a lot of Frozen happening in our house.
You can quote Frozen now, huh?
Yes, every line, every song.
Well, Artur, listen, always a pleasure, my friend. Great having you on.
Thanks for having me.
Great player, great man, and continued success. We hope you get well and see you back out there in the near future.
Thank you.
Hey, you're watching the Dallas Sidekicks versus the Mesquite Outlaws at the Allen Event Center, where the Sidekicks lead 2-1. Pete, man, Artur Evo, gosh, I love these awesome interviews, but man, I hate interviewing these guys because it means they're not on the field.
Yeah, exactly. We've had Cam Brown up here, we've had Artur Evo up here, and the Sidekicks really need those guys down on the carpet. The Sidekicks are holding a silent auction on the Live Source app that'll benefit the Derek Holland 60 Feet 6 Foundation in their fight to stomp out pediatric cancer. And the sports community in Dallas has stepped up in a big way. The Cowboys have donated a prize pack that includes a Dallas Cowboys Wilson limited edition laser engraved football. That's valued at $500. The Allen Americans, the other tenants here at the Allen Event Center, they've donated tickets and a game used and autographed hockey stick. Soccer family members, FC Dallas, have donated tickets and an Adidas white 2019 secondary replica jersey. More items are coming in all the time, and the Sidekicks are ready to help in the fight to end pediatric cancer. The auction is currently up and will end on March 14th at 12:30 Central, and the only way to bid on the items is through the free Live Source app, so don't miss out, and be sure to support the Sidekicks. We only have one more home game. That's coming up March 8th. For more information on Sidekick season tickets or individual tickets, call the Sidekicks at 469-393-0165. Matt, you might want to renegotiate your deal because I just saw where Tony Romo signed with CBS for $17 million.
Oh, man.
So maybe you should stage a holdout and see if you can't get more money.
Well, listen, if I was an Oracle and I could foresee plays the way that Tony Romo does, somebody might fork over $17 million. But man, what a great and it doesn't surprise me because Tony, he's got such a great personality, and those of us who have been fortunate to be around him throughout his career here in Dallas, man, you always knew he was just great personality, always very funny, and his football knowledge is second to none. So congratulations. Yeah, I'm a little bit jealous. I'm going to be honest, 17 mil. I'd take it.
Tony's been known to play a little indoor soccer.
Yeah, that's right.
As well.
That's right. He and Cody Ellis are buddies, and they used to play in a league together.
Not everybody was that happy that Tony was playing indoor soccer while he was a Cowboy, but nonetheless.
Well, he's so athletic. Yeah, I mean, he's one of the most athletic players on the Cowboys. People are surprised by that, but seriously, basketball, he was an incredible basketball player, great soccer player, and he just did it all. Just whatever sport he chose, he was always very good at it.
In the first half, we had 15 fouls. 8 were called against the Outlaws, 7 against the Sidekicks, who had the only blue card but were able to kill off the penalty. 5 blocks in the game so far, 3 credited for the Sidekicks, 2 for the Outlaws, who have been outshot 10-8 and trailed Dallas 2-1.
Yeah, and I think the Sidekicks need to do a little more of what they were doing in that first quarter, possessing the ball, not allowing the Outlaws a lot of offensive opportunities. That's really what, the Outlaw team, they struggled to score. So, hey, keep that ball away from them. Don't hand the knife to the opponent to kill you, as Simone Bozes always says. And I think they can get this win.
Almendares and Lipe, the goal scorers for Dallas. De Leon scoring for Mesquite. That long ball intended for Ellis went out of play, giving the Sidekicks possession. And Piedra lifts it up the left side nicely over the shoulder of Zendejas, trying to get past Lovegrove to the corner and trips on the carpet that comes up.
Second time tonight.
Here comes Lovegrove across halfway. Sends it right. Shot just wide of Gamboa. A second shot goes high. J.J. Oteze putting the pressure on, but couldn't get one to the back of the net, and it remains 2-1 Sidekicks.
Yeah, great play there. A couple shots from J.J. Oteze. Really an impressive player, but, man, the carpet down there on that left side is still completely up. And I'm kind of surprised the referees haven't stopped play to fix it.
It's kind of dangerous.
It really is, yeah. And the grounds crew here in the Dallas do a phenomenal job. It's just when you get that wear and tear throughout the season.
Yeah, in the corners at that end, it's tough on both sides. That carpet is coming up. Quintana looking for a target. It's played back to Gamboa.
Yeah, Simone Bozes now pointing to the referee, trying to get him to look. And the referee, I think, thinks he's complaining. He's not complaining, guys. He's trying to tell you the carpet is literally up off the ground.
Sidekicks trying to build an attack through the middle. D'Souza chested down. Able to control as he's marked by Jones. Piedra looking for a target. 2 minutes into the second half, Dallas leads 2-1. And right now, Dallas just playing keep away. Lipe holds it at his own line. Plays it to Aguayo. Back to the keeper, Gamboa. Gamboa pushes across his own line.
Lipe wanted that ball long. Thought he could beat Cody Ellis in a foot race, and I don't actually disagree with him.
Jones stops shy of halfway. Lays it back to Cardenas. Both teams making changes. Powell runs to the right side, marked by Segura. Has it off the wall. Back heels it to Rio. Back to Cortez beyond his own line. Just over 12 minutes remaining in the third. In the corner. On the left side, it's Powell. To Rio. Cardenas. Plays it square. Sent ahead to Powell by Nunez. That's Nunez's first touch. And a foul called in the corner.
Yeah,
and it's a hand to the face.
Yeah, Jonathan Segura again. I'm not sure how many that is for him.
That dead ball will allow the officials to go down and fix that carpet to the right of Cortez. I mean, it looks like my welcome mat down there.
I was just going to say, I mean, he fixed it, he straightened it, but there's no fastener, there's no, there's nothing that he did to kind of put it underneath another part of the carpet, so you keep an eye on that.
That one's fired just wide off the restart by Cardenas. The rebound comes out to De Leon.
Inches away. I think that hit the post.
Jones across halfway to Powell. Segura right on top of Powell. This is De Leon. Powell settles it, turns, shoots, blocked by Piedra. De Leon gets to the ball along the boards. Laid back for Jones to Cardenas. We've played nearly 4 minutes. We're in the third quarter. Sidekicks holding on to a 2-1 lead. They've lost the first 3 meetings, allowing 7 goals in each of those games. Lovegrove across the attack line, runs into Sendejas and loses possession.
Good tackle there by Sendejas. I'm impressed with his minutes. We haven't seen a lot of him, but he's doing a good job, Pete.
Valadez in front. The ball off the inboards. Comes all the way to Lovegrove in the left corner. He moves in. Gamboa kicks out a foot. Sends it back to the corner for Lovegrove, who's called for a foul as Aguayo goes down to the ground.
Jamie shaking his head. Aguayo got him that time. He knew Aguayo was fouled, but not as adamantly as he went down. Oh, man.
Mesquite with the only shot of the third quarter. We've played nearly 5 minutes. Possession's been fairly equal here through the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Ellis directing traffic, holding the ball as Mesquite makes changes. Lovegrove sends it into the corner for Valadez. Nearly spun away from him. He's able to get it back to Lovegrove. Lovegrove with the left foot fires, blocked by Aguayo. Right back to Lovegrove. Ricardinho trying to muscle him off the ball. A double team in the corner. The official says play on as Ricardinho clears it. But the battle continues for possession in front of the Sidekicks bench, and eventually a foul is called. It's a restart for the Sidekicks.
Yeah, Rio Ramirez there with the trip.
Lipe approaches halfway when the whistle sounds. Piedra.
Mesquite foul, called on number 8, Bradley Valadez.
They got a foul on Valadez, but Mesquite gets the turnover. They find Aligwe moving up the left wing side, a crossover and a shot, and a goal for Vic Moore Aligwe. Ties the game at 2 with 9:21 to play in the third quarter.
And Vicmore Aligwe showing what he can do with that ball. Jonathan Segura faced up. No double team, no triple team. And Vicmore Aligwe with space and time is absolutely lethal. And you can see what a great little job there on that left side and back of the net. Beautiful job by Vicmore Aligwe, man. He's so impressive with the ball at his feet.
He's now got 12 goals on the season and 17 points for the Outlaws. This is his 19th game for Mesquite. We're tied 2-2. Twice the Outlaws have overcome a 1-goal deficit, but they've never led in this game.
And you can see Juan Gamboa trying to direct traffic, but Outlaws high pressure.
Aguayo pushes it up the right side. Jones redirects it. Bouncing into the area, controlled by Ricardinho. Aguayo back to Gamboa. 8:40 to play in the third. Gamboa sends it right up the middle. Jones intercepts, stepping in front of D'Souza. Played to Tapia. Takes a shot wide. Rebound comes to Aligwe. Not able to control it. Bumped off the ball by Ricardinho, who tried to find Lipe. Turned over to Cardenas. Cardenas' shot is wide. The rebound comes out to Tapia, who tumbles down to the turf. Ricardinho controls for Dallas. Lipe on the ball now. Marked by Oteze. Fires wide. Rebound to Segura at the top of the arc. Nunez from behind wins it. D'Souza winds up and takes a shot, missing wide left for Dallas. Comes right back to Nunez. Finds Jones.
Lots of activity here. Great job by Felipe and Lipe up there, putting pressure back on the Outlaws on the counterattack. And that's what you got to do with this Outlaws team, man. If you face them up, their defense is just really, really good. But the counterattack is where we've seen them a little bit susceptible.
Oh, Rio gets taken down by De La Gala as he was making a run up the middle.
And I think their feet got more tangled. You've got to call it because it was a clear obstruction. But I think it was more incidental than intended to just take him down. Didn't look pretty at all.
It's going to be a restart between the attack line and the top of the arc in the middle of the field for Cardenas and the Outlaws, who have a chance to take the lead on this restart in a 2-2 tie with 7:38 to play in the third. Cardenas with the approach, lays it out to the right wing for a one-timer, but the De Leon shot is blocked and over the corner glass out of play. And it'll be a restart from the corner spot when play resumes. 7:36 to play in the third. The Outlaws get a restart following a timeout.
Yeah, good block there by De La Gala, getting his foot on it, not allowing that shot off. And that's a great play from a young player. Hadn't had a lot of minutes this season, but really nice play.
Mesquite with all four shots here in the third quarter, and Aligwe scoring, assisted by Ramirez, even strength at 5:39 of the third. Aligwe and De Leon with the goals for Mesquite. Almendares and Lipe have scored for the Sidekicks. All four goals have come even strength. Segura serving the only penalty. That came at 6:34 of the second for contact above the shoulder. And Simone Bozes has got his usual yellow card for dissent. That's been coming just about every game.
Yeah, it's like right on cue, right? And he was heated, and he's not ever afraid to let the referees know what he thinks.
The loquacious type.
Yes, indeed, loquacious. It's a good word, Pete.
I stole it from you. Outlaws get a restart from the right corner spot as play resumes. 7:36 to play. To Lovegrove, poked away by Ricardinho. Cardenas chases it down for the Outlaws.
Yeah, we're going to see which team wants it worse. You know, the Dallas Sidekicks playing for pride. The Outlaws playing for that 4th spot in the Western Conference, just 3 games behind Sonora. So it should be a fun ending here. Don't go away. We're going to see some fireworks, I predict.
Outlaws got to do better on those restarts. That was a mess.
Yeah, it was. They not quite as polished as the San Diego Sockers, are they?
Long ball lifted into the corner. That's Hernandez who's there for Dallas. Almendares playing it back to Gamboa. Gamboa sends it to halfway. And it's redirected off the chest of Zendejas. Now De La Gala has it. De La Gala is not able to get through the Mesquite defense, and Lovegrove plays it back to Cortez. Goes to the bench as changes are made by Tattoo and the Outlaws. Nunez across halfway, moving up the left flank. Cuts right past Ricardinho, fires, and Gamboa makes a flying save.
Man, that was a shot from Nunez. Man, from distance, too.
Nunez knocks it down, circles back, gets it to Jones. To Ellis. Jones making a run up the right side. There in the corner, fires in on Gamboa. Leaves a rebound. Sent out, Zendejas has it. Using the wall to get past Ellis, but then Jones comes up and plays it back to Cortez with less than 6 minutes remaining in the third.
Love watching Ellis and Jones work, man. Those two, they're just magical back there. They just know exactly where each other is going to be. They always have each other's backs. Impressive defense.
Alegwe muscling his way to the inboards, double teamed, unable to jam it past Gamboa, who's laying on top of legs, controlling possession. And the official says play on.
Wow.
You guys work it out.
I was going to say, Vic Moraligua, I'm pretty sure had a death grip on the ball, would not let it go. Juan Gamboa wasn't going to let it go either. Bit of a wrestling match.
Lipe to Quintana. Quintana marked by Tapia, sends it to the left side. Lipe crosses halfway, picked up by Aligwe. 5:10 to play in the second, knotted 2-2. Final edition of the inaugural season of the North Texas Derby. That one sent in, goes to the inboards, comes out to Aligwe, and he goes down easily, but that draws the whistle.
Foul called on number 9.
Yeah, that was a foul. Easy call there on Lipe.
Lipe picks up his first. Here come the Outlaws quickly off the restart out of their own end. Cardenas on the right side. Piedra and De La Gala there defensively. Switch to the left side for Lovegrove. Marked by Quintana. Oteze receives it in the center circle. Trying to play a little give and go, and does with Lovegrove. Gets to the corner. Moves in on Gamboa, who's got control of the ball with 4.5 minutes to play in the third.
Man, J.J. Oteze, every time he gets the ball, he's just going to go right to net. He's a man on a mission. I love his style of play.
Gamboa finds D'Souza going up with Lovegrove for a 50-50 ball. Sent out of play.
Is approaching. We ask that everyone participate.
4:20 to play in the third. Sidekicks and Outlaws in a 2-2 tie. Dallas has had 1-goal leads on 2 occasions tonight. They led 1-0 and 2-1. Each time they've gone in front, the Outlaws have come back to tie it. And they may have a chance to once again go in front as the goalkeeper Cortez is out of position.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe that's not a card. I mean, it was a clear kick to the face and chest by Pollo Cortez on Josh Hernandez. I mean, I can't believe this isn't a blue card. Look at the shot. Look at the kick that Hernandez takes. I mean, right to the chin. If that's not a dangerous play, Pete, I don't know what is.
It'll be a restart right at the top of the box for Ricardinho. Faces a 3-man wall. Ellis tucked in behind that wall. Ricardinho lays it off to the left side. Saved Cortez. Loose in front. Cortez covers it up.
Great save by Pollo Cortez there.
Ricardinho with the interception. Moves back inside the attacking line. Lays it off to the left wing, and then that's sent over the corner glass.
Oh man,
Saran
Jonathan
Desai
Segura
has been the official
kicking
kick
himself.
position for Dallas Sidekicks.
All he had to do was take
He's
another
nationally recognized
touch
surgeon who is
on that
devoted
ball
to
and get it down to his
preventive
feet.
treatment
And the
of
Sidekicks
disorders
have
of
like
the
a
bones,
3-on-2
joints, ligaments, tendons, and
opportunity.
muscles. He has
Very
a subspecialty
unfortunate,
training
but
in foot and ankle, and
I'm
has
still
been
kind of shaking my head
consulted
about the
by Americans,
non-blue card
Texas legends,
call on
Circus
Pollo
Soleil, and many
Cortez.
other organizations.
Jesse Yamas and Simone Boses giving it to the officials. Both barrels.
Right, both barrels. There you go. Unloading.
Ellis looking for a target. Approaches halfway. Plays it to De Leon. Tapia receives it. Back to De Leon. Sent to the right side for Rio. He finds Valadez. Deflects around. 50-50 ball that Ellis runs up on. Headed by Quintana, but right back to Ellis. Ellis feeds Tapia, who sticks out a foot and sends it over the glass behind Juan Gamboa.
You know, Christian Quintana might be one of the best slide tacklers in the game. He just constantly comes up with just brilliant slide tackles on a regular basis. I think we've seen 2 or 3 in this game alone, Pete. And his timing is perfect on the slide tackle.
3:09 to play in the third. Gamboa distributes to Ricardinho. Back to the keeper. Switch to the left side. Jones marking Lipe, who nearly lost his footing, able to get it to Ricardinho. Valadez there defensively, sent to Gamboa. One-touch pass to Quintana. Back over to Ricardinho, who's got time and space. Jogs across his own line. Now a diagonal ball for Quintana. Fields it off the wall to his left. Trying to turn on the ball. Tapia there defensively commits the foul.
Yeah, that's an easy call. Kicked him right in the back of the foot. And Quintana's going to limp off. I think he's all right, but
you get a good look there where that carpet's coming up in that corner.
Yeah. Ugh. Not a pretty little square down there.
Ricardinho places the ball down.
Mesquite foul.
Chance to break a 2-2 tie with 2:32 to play in the third. Sidekicks get a restart from the left wing. Ricardinho off the end boards. It's cleared, but only as far as Almendares.
I think Ricardinho would like to have that one back. Boy, that was not a very well executed set piece at all.
Yeah, no, both of these teams have had some poor restarts here in the third, and we remain deadlocked 2-2 with 2:10 to play in the third. Lipe trying to accelerate past Jones. Lipe now on the run up the left flank, lost his footing. Jones gets called for the foul.
Yeah.
Mesquite foul, call on number 23, Mike Jones.
Took him down pretty hard. I think Lipe fell really hard there. But again, you say, gosh, could there have been a card there? Look at this. And not quite as egregious as I thought it was in real time.
Gamboa leaves it for Ricardinho.
I think MJ has probably a 1.5 feet on Lipe.
At least.
Yeah.
We might be exaggerating, but not by much.
Yeah. Jonesy's 6'3", I think. 6'2", 6'3", something like that.
Here's De La Gala. He gets spun off the ball by Rio. 2 players get tangled up, and the whistle sounds, and it's a free kick for the Outlaws.
That was the old sandwich play there. De La Gala and Aguayo. Rio Ramirez was the meat in the middle. See, as a defender, I used to love those, Pete. We tried to do that. It's hard to do. It's not as easy as you think it is. Got to time it perfectly.
Rio was in a pickle, but somehow managed to draw the whistle and get the restart for the Outlaws.
Defense.
Aligwe knocks it down. He's the target man in the left corner.
And the double team.
Cardenas trying to win it back for the Outlaws. Both teams really going at it.
Yeah. Ray Aguayo, he pushed Aligwe down. That's That's a good call by the ref. You can see it here. There's the clear shoulder to chest. That was more like a offensive line pulling, the pulling guard as they call it.
It's a man's game out there right now.
Indeed.
Cardenas will get the restart from the left wing. Lovegrove fires, and that one is deflected over the goal and out of play behind Gamboa, who will have goalkeeper distribution with 56 seconds remaining in the third. We remain tied 2-2.
Great shot from distance there by Lovegrove. He loves that. He loves that left side, man. He's just lethal over there.
Gamboa plays it ahead for Segura. Shadowed by Rio. Has it along the left wing boards. Back to Lipe. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Piedra receives it. Moves it across the Mesquite line. D'Souza gets to the 50-50 ball and gets tripped up. That stops the clock with 29.6 seconds remaining. And this will be a restart for the Sidekicks just outside the Mesquite line in the middle of the field.
As Anthony Powell on the foul.
Ricardinho approaches, finds D'Souza. Didn't get a great first touch, but is able to get it back to Lipe with 25 seconds to play. To Ricardinho. From distance, blocked by Cardenas in the arc. The Outlaws trying to come out on the counter to Oteze, but it's intercepted. 13 seconds remaining. Lipe weaving through traffic, turns it over to Oteze. At halfway, Rio loses it to D'Souza, time running out. And we'll come to the end of the third quarter. One goal in the period scored by Vicmore Aligwe, assisted by Rio Ramirez. Even strength at 5:39 of the third to tie the game 2-2. Dallas took the lead in the first 2.5 minutes. Victor Almendarez, assisted by Quintana, made it 1-0. Almendarez really redirecting a Quintana shot. De Leon tied it for Mesquite at 9:39 of the first. And it remained 1-1. Into the early stages of the second when Mujin assisted Lipe on what right now would be the goal of the game, as Lipe gave the Sidekicks a 2-1 lead, and then Aligwe scoring in the third, and that draws the Outlaws even 2-2 as we head to the fourth quarter here at the Allen Events Center. And it's everything we thought it would be.
Yeah.
It's low scoring and it's end-to-end action.
It's been fun, though. I mean, it's one of those. I think the Sidekicks sat back a little bit at the second part of the third quarter. I think they've got to attack more. They did a much better job when they had the possession. They were trying to attack, and they sat back and allowed Mesquite to take shots. Too many great opportunities for Mesquite Outlaws in the third quarter. And you get back to doing what they were doing in the second quarter.
Mesquite outshot Dallas in that third period 6-2, but managed just the one goal. Gamboa has been credited with 5 saves in this game for the Sidekicks. And on the other end, his counterpart, Eduardo Pollo Cortez, has 7 saves as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here at the Allen Events Center in the penultimate home game of the season for the Dallas Sidekicks.
I think Gamboa's, to me, he's impressed a little bit more than Pollo Cortez. I think Gamboa's been tested a little bit more often, it seems, than Pollo has. But some of those saves, man, I don't know how they do it, Pete. They come off so fast and they just anticipate. It's really an impressive. And you got to be a little bit crazy to stand in front of a ball coming at you. What is it? What do you figure they are? 50, 60 miles per hour?
Yeah. Sidekicks in the familiar green kit will kick off to begin the fourth quarter. Sidekicks will be in action Monday on the road at Monterey Arena before returning home to play Turlock for a Sunday Fun Day, March 8th. And that'll be the final home game. They're on the road at Utica and Harrisburg on the 14th and 15th.
Yeah, man, nobody wants to go down to Monterey, man. That's just a death trap. they just Monterey Flash have been so incredible at home. I mean, they've been incredible the whole season, but
Mesquite will get an up-close look at Monterey tomorrow night at Mesquite Arena.
Yep.
Monterey having already clinched the West.
The Outlaws, they played Monterey fairly well the last couple times they played them. The Sidekicks have not figured out Monterey yet. But the Outlaws, they've gotten close.
Outlaws posted a 5-3 victory over San Diego in their last home game. And the last time they played Monterey, in Monterey they fell 7-5. They rallied back late to make that a close game. 14.5 minutes remaining in this one that's been tight since the beginning. There's never been more than one goal to separate these two teams, and we're tied 2-2 entering the fourth period. Quintana, marked by De Leon, gets it to Gamboa. Gamboa plays it on the ground ahead to Amadeus, who turns it over. But Jones is called for the foul, and now Jones isn't happy.
Yeah, Jones didn't like that call, but he clearly pushed him down.
Mesquite foul.
Used his body. He thought, hey, this guy's finally there's a guy that's my height, right? Maybe I can use my body on him, and I'll get away with it. Nah. Sorry, Jonesy.
The Express have taken an early 1-0 lead on Ontario. Ontario looking to extend their winning streak tonight. Sidekicks trying to avoid an 11-game losing streak with a victory tonight over their crosstown rivals. But it's the Outlaws who steal possession, and Jones gets it to Aligwe, making the run up the left flank. Aligwe into the corner, marked by Aguayo. Finds Oteze right at the Dallas line. Oteze goes down, and the foul is called on Freddie Mugin, who goes over to plead his case.
Freddie spun him down, grabbed his left shoulder and spun him. You're going to get called for that every time, my friend. Yeah, there you go. He held up his right hand but spun him with his left. Pretty impressive.
Mesquite out shooting Dallas 14-12, and they get a restart from just inside the Dallas line, middle of the field. Lovegrove behind the ball. He's got Oteze to his right, Ellis to his left. Fires right into the wall, gets the rebound, sends it to the right wing for Oteze. Oteze sends it in, headed by Rio, pinned up against the end boards. Gamboa deflects it to the corner. The battle continues. Not for the faint of heart down there in the corners.
Ooh.
And that's sent all the way back to Cortez. Leaves it for Lovegrove. Plays a square ball to Ellis. He finds De Leon moving up the middle. And there's a sliding tackle for De La Gala, and he'll be called for the foul.
Yeah, no doubt at all whatsoever. George De Leon had that ball clean.
That's a blue card.
Yeah, absolutely. And De La Gala came in way late, completely mistimed his slide. And unfortunate here for the Sidekicks, because that was a pretty obvious trip. Here you can see De Leon and De La Gala coming in. That ball is nowhere near De Leon's feet when he takes him down.
Penalty called on number 20, Raul
So De La Gala goes to the penalty box to serve 2 minutes. It's a power play for Mesquite, but this is not a great power play unit. They've already failed on one opportunity tonight. They're just 4 of 30 on the power play. One goes right across the face of goal here in the opening seconds of this man advantage. Cardenas tees it up, trying to send it in to Valadez, and that gets cleared out to halfway and skips over the boards.
Unfortunate for Christian Quintana. That ball comes off the board clean, and he's off to the races, man. Gotta hate that. That's a bad bounce for the Sidekicks.
Cardenas
defense
plays it to the right corner. De Leon going for that far side netting.
Good stop by Gamboa.
Ellis to the top of the arc for Valadez. Sends it to Lovegrove, back to Cardenas. 1:20 remaining on the power play. Cardenas rolls one in. Didn't have a lot of power on that shot. It's off to Lovegrove on the left wing. Chested down off the glass in the corner by Cardenas, who gets it to Ellis. Ellis knocks it down and plays it to Lovegrove. Lovegrove at the Dallas line, moving in on the left side, has a left-footed shot and a goal! The Outlaws score on the power play, and for the first time tonight, Mesquite leads Dallas 3-2, nearly 3 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Absolutely fantastic play by the captain, Jamie Lovegrove, coming down left. He loves that left side. He's lethal from the left, puts it down, and he kept it low. That was the key here on this one. You can see just a quick little move to his left and move. Kept it low, didn't lift it at all. Right past Aguayo into the right side of Juan Gamboa. That is his 14th goal of the season, 22 points, still first on his team. Great job by the captain of the Mesquite Outlaws.
Able to squeeze that between the post and Gamboa. What a great reaction that was from Gamboa as the Outlaws take a 3-2 lead.
And what was so deft is that he kept it down. Everybody was expecting him to lift the ball there, but he kept it low, and it was a brilliant, brilliant play by Jamie. He was playing a little hobbled.
Mesquite with the first 5 shots of the fourth period, now out shooting Dallas 19-12, 11-2 here in the second half, and now they've taken the lead on what's been a rare power play goal this season for Mesquite. That's just the 5th time in 31 opportunities that they've scored on the power play. Ellis assisting Lovegrove at 2:59, and it's the first power play goal of the game. Dallas trying to answer quickly, sliced through the area to D'Souza, who misses wide left, and the rebound knocked down by Tapia. Played back to Cortez. He clears it, but that gets only as far as Lovano. And Lovano gives it away. Powell goes down, and the official blows the whistle.
Yeah, it's a late whistle there, but I thought it was a good call.
Dallas foul.
Ricardinho's been given a yellow card for dissent.
His third of the game.
So he's in the penalty box for 5 minutes.
And arguing the calls typically doesn't go your way, unfortunately.
Rio gets it to Cortez. So that's 2 yellows on Dallas tonight for dissent, one on the head coach and one on the captain. Played back to Rio. Rio in retreat. Mesquite now leading by 1. Remember, Mesquite plays tomorrow night at home against Monterey, but I'm not sure they want to sit on a 1-goal lead here.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep attacking. Sidekicks doing a nice job, though, of getting the pressure on. Came out with some life here.
Rio ahead to De Leon. Marked by De La Gala. De Leon turns it over. Hernandez gets it to Gamboa, who rolls it up the middle to the feet of Piedra. Piedra to Hernandez. He redirects it back to Gamboa. Quintana to the right of the keeper. Moves across his own line, picked up by Aligwe. Back to Gamboa with 10:20 to play in the fourth. The Outlaws lead 3-2. Gamboa across halfway. Gets it to Freddie Mugen. Mugen, marked by Ellis. Lays it off to Quintana on the right wing. He fires with the left foot, didn't catch it all. Ellis blocks it, goes right to Aligwe. Aligwe moves up the middle. Aguayo stops him. Aligwe over to his left, maintains possession as the Sidekicks get back on D. Aligwe will play it to Ellis and then go to the bench for a breather. Tapia moves up the left side, trying to get past Quintana. Sends it to the right corner, then fires across the face of goal. Rio will run up on the loose ball. Dallas takes it away in their own end. Sidekicks begin a counterattack, but that is snuffed out by the Outlaws.
Good job, Rio, getting that ball away from Piedra and stopping that counterattack. Great defensive play there.
Less than 9.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. The Outlaws lead by 1 on a Jamie Lovegrove power play goal at 2:59 of the fourth, breaking a 2-2 tie. The Outlaws taking the lead for the first time. A ball over the left shoulder of Baladez, who chests it down in the corner. D'Souza is there. 50-50 ball. Getting to it first is Oteze. Jones with a shot wide right past Oteze. Past midfield. D'Souza's there. And Cortez takes him down.
Yeah, and
that's a blue card.
Got to be a blue card. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever. And I believe this is going to be a shootout opportunity for the Dallas Sidekicks, as it should be. And they should be on the 2-minute power play as well. D'Souza saying, fans, get into it. Yeah, it's an easy call there. Pollo Cortez, he had to get him, Pete. You know, he knew he was beaten.
Eduardo Cortez. 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, if D'Souza could have somehow managed to stay on his feet, he would have had a tap-in goal.
Yeah.
So the shootout coming up, and it's going to be Lipe. You gotta like Lipe's chances here to tie the game.
I like it too. Pollo Cortez up way off his line.
So it'll be Lee going to the penalty box.
Number 9, Brendan Lee.
The Outlaws put 4 men in the center circle. The Sidekicks have 4 players outside the center circle. The rebound will be live here on the shootout. Lipe pushes it forward from the top of the arc, fires, and Cortez makes the save! A huge save for Cortez, denying Lipe on the shootout, but the Sidekicks remain with the man advantage.
What an incredible stop by Pollo Cortez, coming out quick, diving. My goodness, what a save. Maybe the save of his career thus far.
Didn't I say Cortez would stop Lipe? No.
What? Tony Romo? Are you? Oh no, Pete Stein. I'm sorry, I was confused. Thought I was sitting with Tony Romo for a second.
I really like Lipe's chances on his shootout, but Cortez was up to the task.
Man, he did. He's just lightning quick. In both those players, just skill players, right? Just ridiculous amount of skill.
Lovano to the top of the penalty arc. Armendaris gets it back to Lipe, diagonally to the right corner for a one-timer. Freddie Mugin just missed.
Found his bunkmate, Freddie Mugin, over there.
Another 54 seconds on the power play here. Armendaris is able to head it over to Piedra. Lovegrove is there along with Ellis. Ellis to Lovegrove. The Outlaws shorthanded. Move into Dallas territory, then play back to Ellis. Square to Cardenas. 7.5 minutes remaining. 35 seconds remaining on the power play.
Brilliant play by Jamie Lovegrove, just stopping that ball, dragging it back. He does have a shorthanded goal this season, but I think he had too many men in front of him, and very veteran savvy pulls it back and drags some time off.
20 seconds left on the power play for the Sidekicks. Lipe to Luvano. Back to Lipe. Tees it up, fires. Cortez diving left, makes another save. Leaves a rebound, but Piedra is denied.
Yeah.
And we got a handball.
Yeah, no doubt. That was easily, and I don't actually agree with the card. It was definitely a handball, but to me it hit him, or almost hit him in the face. I don't actually agree with the blue card on that one. To me, it wasn't an egregious reaching out and blocking the ball or anything like that. We got to see this replay, and I could be proven wrong, but pretty sure it hit Cody Ellis. His hand was in front of his chest. Is where it hit him. But a great opportunity for the Sidekicks now again.
They weren't able to capitalize on a shootout.
And
10 seconds remaining on the original penalty. So they'll be 5-on-3 for 10 minutes. Timeout taken with 7:06 to play in the fourth. Things getting very interesting here at the Allen Event Center as the Outlaws have taken a 3-2 lead, but they're shorthanded. So after Cortez was carded for tripping and then made the save on the subsequent shootout, Cody Ellis has been given a blue card for handling. And it's going to be 5-on-3 for 10 seconds. And Dallas will have a golden opportunity here to tie this game.
Yeah, they've got a 3-on-5 opportunity here for 10 seconds, 9 seconds. And then, make them pay, right? A quick, get it in there, and then you still maintain that power play if you can in 9 seconds. They could do it, Pete. I'm going to forecast. I'm going to oracle here. I still wish we could see that replay because I'm still not convinced the Cody Ellis handball was as egregious as it implied it was. Obviously, the call is the call. Oh,
the Sidekicks are wanting to take the free kick from inside the area, but they get it at the penalty spot.
And I actually like Freddie Mugin on this, the veteran, more veteran player. Not that Lipe couldn't make this, but.
So the penalty kick for Freddie Mugin with a chance to tie. Drives it past Cortez to tie the game. 3-3 with 7:05 to play in the fourth.
And I don't think even 1 second came. Okay, there it is. I was going to say it was so fast. So that ends the 3-on-5 opportunity. But guess what? The Sidekicks back again, 5-on-4 with the Cody Ellis blue card. And what a great shot from Freddie Mugin. Just beautiful. And he did the little fake to begin with and got Pollo Cortez to move off his line. And then boom, upper left, upper 90. Beautiful job. It's almost a full power play now, right, Pete?
I don't know. They brought Ellis out of the penalty box.
Oh, interesting. Uh-oh. Are they gonna say it wasn't a blue card? Oh man, I'll tell you, if they overturn this, Simone Blosis's head might explode. I don't know what they're debating here. Because it was 3-on-5, right? 3-on-5. Yep. There's a score. All right, now the power play. You still
came out.
You still have a 2-minute power play because there was still 9 seconds remaining on the original power play. My guess is that's what they're debating.
Yeah, Ellis is going back in.
Okay.
I don't know why they told him to come out.
I don't either.
But they made a point to go over and say it's okay, you can come out.
Yeah.
But that wasn't right.
They got it right in the end.
I think they forgot that Lee had already come out.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. And there's the Outlaws are heavily debating their. And Jamie Lovegrove is pissed, to say the least. But the thing is, I think what they didn't realize, I'm guessing what the Outlaws don't realize is that there was still 9 seconds remaining on the initial power play.
And I think the other thing is they got the penalty kick because of the Ellis penalty.
Oh, I see.
So they're thinking, well, they scored on the penalty kick.
Right.
That penalty should be nullified.
Right.
Doesn't quite work that way.
Doesn't work that way. Matters not who the man was.
I guess they're saying Lee should still be in for 10, but anyway, I think they've got it ironed out, and it all adds up to the Sidekicks with a chance to take the lead if they could get another power play goal here. And their power play has come to life here in the second half of the season.
It really has, 35% power play, which isn't a great number, but
they started out 1 for 12,
exactly.
If I remember right.
Yeah, I think we were quite a few games in before they even scored a power play goal.
Got a chance to take the lead if they can get a power play goal here. 1:42 remaining on the man advantage for Dallas. We're tied 3-3 with 6:43 remaining. Lipe has it teed up, fires, and that's blocked by Cardenas. Cleared by Jones. Stays in play. Gamboa controls it off a big hop.
Boy, that thing just a hair stayed inside. Fortunate for the Outlaws.
To the right wing side, another block shot. Lovegrove denies Piedra, and the ball goes high into the seats over the corner glass.
Yeah, it almost went to the press box. Yeah, this would be a huge turn of events if the Sidekicks can capitalize, because the Outlaws were very much in control there.
With the man advantage, a restart coming. Lipe's open on this left side, and they get it to him. Switch to the right side. Piedra plays it back to the corner. Back to Piedra. To Lipe. Winds up, fires. Cortez stops it and distributes up the middle for Lovegrove. Lovegrove fires and just misses from just inside the attack line. Goes diagonal for the far post and misses wide left.
Ooh, man, that was about a foot off. That was really impressive from Jamie Lovegrove.
Lovano denied by Cortez, a second shot. Armendariz can't get it past Cortez, who again distributes to Lovegrove. Lovegrove circles out on the left wing. 30 seconds left on the power play. Lovegrove draws the foul.
Yeah, he was going to turn there, and R.J. Lovano just standing there, took his feet out from underneath him. But Jamie, man, he wants that second shorthanded goal for sure. You can see. Here's the replay. And he goes to turn, and R.J. skips him with the right foot.
Mesquite down a man, getting a restart from the left wing. Cardenas and Lovegrove conferring. And Lovegrove's going to let Cardenas take the shot. Lovegrove receives the pass and then goes to the bench. Mesquite just trying to kill off the remaining 20 seconds. A long ball to Cardenas, who heads it in front, grabbed by Gamboa. Dallas pushes it across halfway with time running out on the power play. Down to the final 6 seconds. Lipe side boots it to Lovano to the right wing side. Ellis comes out of the box. We're back to even strength. And Ellis is back there defending immediately. Piedra fires. Cortez dives left. Cardenas corrals it in the corner and clears it out. Gets it all the way to Gamboa.
Man, you got to be impressed. Even though the Sidekicks tied it up there in that series, you got to be really impressed with the Outlaws being able to kill off a couple of penalty power plays where, man, the Sidekicks just seem to load it up on them.
Quintana on the Dallas side of halfway, plays it square to Aguayo. Quintana looks upfield. Back to Aguayo with 4:20 to play in the fourth. 4:20 remaining in regulation.
Gamboa way out of his box here.
Gamboa all the way to halfway, plays it to Mujin, marked by Ellis. Dallas sets up in the attacking third. Aguayo receives it. Piedra cuts right. De Leon's going to be called for a foul, taking out De La Gala. That's a blue card. It's a penalty.
I agree with that. Yeah, it's a clearly pushed him directly into the board. You can hear the board slam from up here, and I got cans on my head, so that's a really hard penalty into the wall, and you can see here the push, and there's no question about it. George De Leon pushing De La Gala right into the wall. That ball was long gone. Very dangerous play. Good call by the referee.
This is going to be the third penalty called against Mesquite here in the fourth quarter.
And we said they averaged 6.4 penalty minutes per game, so proving it out.
Shot from distance. Cortez goes down, leaves an open goal. Shot comes left of Cortez, hard off the boards, back to Lipe. Into the corner for Mujin. Piedra to Lovano. Lovano with a shot, blocked by Ellis. Comes left to Lipe. Lovano to Armendariz, one touch pass to the right wing for Piedra. Cortez makes another save.
Yeah, great job by Cortez there because, once again, Freddie Mujin on that back post just waiting for the ball to spring free. Cortez has been very, very good here in the second half.
Cortez has put together a fine season. The Lipe shot is blocked, and Cardenas plays it to Ellis off the wall, and then Ellis able to keep that just inside the glass. Gamboa controls it inside his own line. Cortez tonight with 12 saves for the Outlaws, and he's been under enormous pressure here in the fourth quarter, with the Outlaws picking up 3 blue cards in this period. Lovano, wide left. Chases down the rebound.
Oh, boy, I don't like this call at all. That was a clear dive to me. And it's a good call by Jamie Love. I mean, Jamie Lovegrove, got to give him props for it, because it was the very, very delayed reaction, won the Oscar.
The crowd here seeing the replay agrees with your assessment.
Yep. But that's Jamie Lovegrove, man. That's why he's the captain. Look at, he's smiling. He's laughing. Oh, you got to love the cheeky man from England, from Britain.
27 seconds remaining on the power play for Dallas as they try to break a 3-3 deadlock. Gamboa tonight with 6 saves for Dallas. There's the goal that gives Dallas the lead and maybe a victory in this derby. And it's R.J. Lovano who scores the goal with 2:05 to play in the fourth.
And R.J. Lovano, he's taken that straight-on shot a couple of times, and it's given Pollo Cortez a little bit of problems coming at him. But, man, R.J. Lovano, beautiful job picking his opportunity there to take that one. He lifted it this time, and the other 3 he's taken were very low. This one was a little higher, beating Pollo Cortez to his right.
I think Cortez has been given a yellow card for delay of the game here.
Yeah, he punted the ball in anger, and somebody's going to have to go on the bench and serve it.
2:05 remaining, and Cortez is going to be out of the game because the 6th attacker is coming on, and that's Cody Ellis. The Outlaws needing a goal to tie. They won the first 3 meetings of this derby. This is the final matchup of the season. And Dallas trying to end a 10-game losing streak. And nothing would be sweeter than to beat their crosstown rivals, many of their former teammates, now wearing the Outlaws kit.
Yeah, it would be sweet revenge to finally get off the schneid.
Lee will go to the penalty box to serve the 5-minute yellow. That would continue into overtime if we get that far. Ellis on is the 6th attacker, wearing the red jersey. Ellis used to have this role with the Sidekicks. Cardenas from the left wing side, Gamboa down on the ground to make the save. 1:40 remaining. Ellis to Cardenas as they come out of the back with less than 90 seconds to play. Cardenas crosses halfway. Gets it to Lovegrove, to Ellis, to Cardenas. Ellis fires, and that one hit the crossbar. Comes out to Cardenas. Ellis trying to find a target. Plays it to the corner. De Leon trying to get it in front. Comes back to De Leon. He pulls down Quintana. That draws a whistle and stops the clock with 54.3 seconds remaining. De Leon picks up his 2nd foul. Cardenas across halfway with 46 seconds to play. De Leon to Ellis. Lovegrove on the left wing boards. Poked away by Piedra. Piedra clears it, fires it toward goal, and that will go in! And that should do it. The Sidekicks with something to celebrate in front of the home crowd at the Allen Event Center. 29.8 seconds remaining. Piedra may have just secured a victory for the Sidekicks. It'll be their first win over Mesquite. Ellis to De Leon as the sixth attacker stays in. Ricardinho clears it, but only as far as Lovegrove. Now pokes it out to halfway where Cardenas controls. 15 seconds to play. Cardenas to the left wing side. Lovegrove to Cardenas, 8 seconds left. Cardenas to the corner, time running out on the Outlaws. Lovegrove puts it in front, a header. Valadez scores with 1.6 seconds remaining. It's a one-goal game, 5-4, but only 1.6 seconds remain. So Piedra's goal against the sixth attacker proves to be the game winner, it would appear. With 1.6 seconds remaining, Dallas kicking off. These two teams met back on November 30th at the Mesquite Arena in a game that the Outlaws won 7-5. They had outscored the Dallas Sidekicks 21-8 through the first three meetings, but tonight it's the Sidekicks who prevail. Dallas wins it 5-4, avenging a 7-1 loss to the Outlaws back on January 3rd in their last meeting. They had also met on Boxing Day here at the Allen Event Center, and the Outlaws won that game 7-2. Tonight, Dallas gets the victory over Mesquite, and things don't get any easier for the Outlaws. They turn around and host division champion Monterey tomorrow night. Dallas outshot Mesquite 25-21, including 13-7 in the fourth quarter after Mesquite was blue carded 3 times in the fourth period, and then Cortez got a yellow card for delay of the game. Segura got a blue card in the second quarter for Dallas. De La Gala got a blue card for tripping early in the fourth, and Ricardinho got a yellow card for dissent. But those 3 blue cards against Mesquite in the fourth quarter proved costly, and the Outlaws, who had to rally back to take the lead 3-2 at 2:59 of the fourth when they got a power play goal from Jamie Lovegrove. They end up coughing it up because they're shorthanded. Lovano and Piedra scored. And then a late goal by Valadez to make it a 1-goal game. Let's take a look at the save of the match. This was the shootout when it looked like Dallas was going to tie the game. But nope, Pollo had other ideas. He stops Lipe, kicking out that left leg. However, Dallas remained on the power play, and the goal of the game came at 12:33 of the fourth when Lovano scored to make it 4-3, a pivotal moment in this game as the Dallas Sidekicks find a way to finally beat Mesquite after losing the first 3 meetings. It was Victor Almendares who opened the scoring with an even strength tally at 2:29 of the first. It really was a Christian Quintana shot redirected by Almendares that gave the Sidekicks the early 1-0 advantage. George De Leon would score even strength at 9:39 of the first to tie the game 1-1. It would remain that way until Mugin and Lipe connected to give Dallas a 2-1 lead. Mugin assisting Lipe at 1:41 of the second. Vic Moraligüe would tie the game for Mesquite at 5:39 of the third, assisted by Rio Ramirez. We were not at 2-2 until Jamie Lovegrove scored a power play goal for Mesquite, just their 5th power play goal of the season. Cody Ellis with the assist, and the Outlaws led 3-2, but then penalties started to hurt the Outlaws. Freddie Mugin scored on a penalty kick to tie the game at 3. R.J. Lovano would score at 12:54 of the fourth to make it 4-3. That's a power play goal for the Sidekicks, and then Piedra scoring against the sixth attacker to make it 5-3. Valadez scored off a header late with just really less than 2 seconds to play to make this a one-goal game. It was nip and tuck all the way. The Sidekicks prevail, and Matt Thornton is standing by with a special guest.
All right, Dallas Sidekicks fans, your man of the match, Gustavo Piedra. Gus, they love you out there tonight, man. Congratulations. First win against crosstown rival Mesquite Outlaws, winning the Derby. What do you think about tonight?
Just happy that we got the win. We know they're our rivals, and we had to get a win. We couldn't let them win all 4 games.
You teams know each other so well. How much has that played into this derby throughout the season?
It's hard. They know how we play, and we know their play. So we just got to match each other and see who's the better team out there.
Well, tonight you had a goal. You got a goal for your team. Congratulations. Man of the match, Gustavo Piedra. Let's hear it for him, Sidekicks fans. Back to you, Pete.
Mesquite wins 3 of the 4 meetings in this newly born rivalry, but it's the Sidekicks who get the last laugh in the final meeting of the season. Dallas comes away victorious, a 5-4 victory for the Sidekicks, and a former Sidekick, Mike Jones, is standing by with Matt Thornton.
All right, we're back with the Mesquite Outlaws man of the match, Mike Jones. Let's hear it for him. Mike, this derby's been so fun this season. What has this meant to you as the players?
I mean, it's good competition, man. I mean, we love these games. It's our home. Playing against guys we know, there's history here, there's emotions here. So can't get any better than that.
I think you have as many fans here for yourself as perhaps some of the other players do. No, but seriously, Mike, you guys are really in a great position over in Mesquite. You've done a lot of good things this season. Just talk about the progression of your franchise, this brand new franchise.
Yeah, brand new. First year with the underdogs. That's kind of how we play it. We go game by game, like everyone else does. We just want to work hard. We want to do our job and do as much as we can for the city, for Mesquite. And, just kind of be the players we need to be.
Awesome. Hey, Mike Jones, Mesquite Outlaws, player of the match. Congratulations. Good luck on the rest of the season, Mike. Thank you. Back to you, Pete.
Thanks, Matt. The final score tonight, the Dallas Sidekicks 5, the Mesquite Outlaws 4. Tune in March 8th for more Sidekicks action on MASL TV as Dallas takes on Turlock. For Matt Thornton, I'm Pete Stein. So long from the Allen Event Center.
And like us on Facebook and Instagram at Go Sidekicks Official and Twitter at Go Sidekicks. Good night, fans. Once again, thank you for coming out today. We would like to thank our season ticket holders, sponsors, and all you fans for attending tonight's game, and we hope to see you down on the field during the post-game autograph session.